about to go over 5 things you subconsciously do right before you decide to watch a video or just scroll past it. And if you're a new creator like me, then this just might change how you look at thumbnails too. Every time you open YouTube, you make a decision in seconds. Watch this or scroll past that. And I realized we all follow the same pattern. I'm not a YouTube expert and I don't have a big channel. As a matter of fact, I have a very small, a very new, and very humble channel. I'm just someone who watches a lot of YouTube. A lot. And now, as a new creator, it's my job to figure out why people click on some videos instantly and then simply ignore others. The first thing I look at is not the title, not the channel name, not even the image, but the actual words on the thumbnail, unless there are none. But if there aren't any, then that image alone has to really stop me in my tracks. I'll give you some examples that drew my eye recently. Someone I recognize, like a large YouTuber making an emotional, appealing face, or a celebrity, or a movie trailer, or upcoming game release, or a skit channel. Same with news channels. Here's one about a little girl that threw a birthday party and no one showed up. But the title tells us that mom saved the day. So now, naturally, I have to find out how she did that. Why did no one show up? And is that little girl okay? Hopefully, I'm setting myself up here for a happy ending. But most thumbnails have text. And I find that I read that text before anything else. It could be because it's bigger and your eye is just drawn to it first before the title. I'm not sure, but that's how my eyes work. So here are some of the tactics that work on me. Things like the thumbnail might pose a question that I might want to know the answer to. Like, is crane actually the ribeye of the sky? Does it taste like ribeye? I never thought about those birds as food, and I don't think I'll be trying it anytime soon, but the video was entertaining. Or something emotional like, they left me stranded. I'm asking, who left you stranded? Why did they leave you stranded? And where did they leave you stranded? Now I have to know more about the situation because it really captured my curiosity. Or it could be something funny like, whose ego was most hurt by South Park? This video has 4.5 million views. Pause. It actually has the trifecta. It features not 1, not 2, but 3 celebrities, plus name recognition from South Park, and is generally a funny concept. The show is comedy, so we assume the video must be also comedic. Then we have something that feels specific. Not generic, maybe educational, or just on niche, like a cooking channel. This one appeals to me because she's speaking to me. I'm the lazy cook. Not all the time, but sometimes that's me. It's all of us, right? One pan dinner means less dishes, probably not a lot of ingredients, and not a lot of moving parts. And I'm now promised ideas for such a task. The text implies this without me even reading the title. I can draw the conclusion that a 1-pan meal means less work for me, and the title backs that up. Or this one, reversing a cavity. Obviously, you'd have to care about your oral health for this to matter to you, and I do. And I didn't know it was possible to reverse a cavity. Is it possible? I guess we're gonna find out. Or this one, you don't need original ideas. She actually breaks a common rule a lot of YouTube gurus say don't do. She uses the same text in her title as she does in her thumbnail. She just frames it with the hook like, this is why you don't need original ideas. It provides enough of a hook that it intrigues the viewer to need to know what she means by that. So my takeaway here is use thumbnail text to make your viewers question your situation or idea, a who, what, where, and why, with why being the most powerful. They should be thinking, I wonder what that's all about. Tell me more. Next, my brain looks at the image itself, mostly just to validate the information that I already have. Does it answer any new questions for me? Does it introduce even more questions? How is it relevant to the questions that I already have? I'm subconsciously looking for a real person, a display of emotion. I'm looking at the setting, the graphics, anything to give me more context. This is more so for me to set my own expectations about what I'm getting into. I'm not necessarily for or against heavily edited thumbnails or graphically intense ones, but I will say this. When I see a high production looking thumbnail, I'm expecting high production quality videos. And when I see a natural, organic looking thumbnail, then my expectations are a lot lower and I don't expect high editing or high production. So take that as you wish. Now, if the thumbnail passes all of that, then I read the title. The title either reconfirms all of my questions that I have concluded by this point in my decision making, or somehow adds a third layer of curiosity. Some people are just geniuses. If the title does anything else other than that, then I don't know if it's worth the watch. I personally think this is the hardest part. Sparking curiosity is one thing, but having 3 different forms of communication, not even including the actual video yet, but the thumbnail text, the background of said thumbnail, and the title all working congruently is easier said than done. If I'm still interested after being intrigued by the thumbnail, but somehow still on the fence, and it happens, then there's one last pitch, the preview. This is the video's final chance to prove to me that it's worth watching. I'm asking, intro, is it relevant? Nope, didn't get to the point fast enough. Audio, better not be trash. Engaging, not here for boredom. If I'm not engaged by the end of the preview, then it's a no for me. And the scroll continues. This is where we make our decision to click. Everything is aligned, our interest has been successfully piqued, and it's time to make a decision. Now, funny enough, all this happens in our brain in like 5 seconds. Our computing time is unmatched, still faster than AI. Bet. Everything just hits. The thumbnail, title, imagery, it's all there, and we watch the video. Yay, that YouTuber just got a new view. As a creator, that's the goal. Not tricking people, but earning the clicks by clear and compelling thumbnails. 2 other things I noticed real quick are current view count and the length of the video. Sometimes I'll start a video because it has a crap ton of views, and I want to know what I'm missing. Sometimes a video has almost no views, and I want to know why it sucks. For science, of course. Sometimes I notice how long a video is, and I say, I ain't got time for that, so I move on. Or sometimes I see an hour and a half of runtime and I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I need. Let's go. So the moral of the story is get good at thumbnails. I know, easier said than done. I'm still learning this myself, but you got to start somewhere, right? Just remember that thumbnails aren't decoration, they're communication. Titles don't explain, they reinforce your thumbnail, and viewers aren't that much of a mystery. They're just really fast at making decisions. If you like this video, then show me by literally liking this video. And if you like this type of content, then show me by subscribing. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.